Alright guys, welcome to another movie review. This one's going to be from the Netflix series When Life Gives You Tangerines. It's a Korean drama. You can find it on Netflix. All episodes have dropped and it's available to watch right now. This is just going to be my quick review and my thoughts on the series. I believe that the series sets up like a life story where you're basically following this couple, and you get to see their life as they progress from when they first met, when they were young, all the way up to their adults until they're older. And basically you see all the string of events that lead and tell their love story, and basically the growth of their family with some twists and turns here and there that surprises the watchers. But most importantly, it really hits home on a lot of the emotional tips that you look for in a Korean drama. So this is definitely right up your alley if you love stuff like this. If I had to say anything of it, it is binge watch worthy. Episodes are long. That's kind of like a Korean drama specialty. They like to do hour episodes, 50-minute episodes, 45-minute episodes. So it is a long binge watch, but it's worth doing, especially in certain series, as you'll see as they go about the generational turns within the age gaps and how everything turns out when they turn into this age or when they get into this part of their life. So if you can watch it in sections like that, you kind of get the full-fledged story, and it kind of feels like a 3-part to 4-part movie. So that kind of works out great. I would say there's not really much filler episodes in this series. You basically, every episode plays a key point that leads up to the ending. That's going to be very satisfying for watchers and viewers who end up watching the whole series all the way through. I can tell you this, if I had to say anything about the story in my personal perspective, there was a couple episodes that I kind of checked out on, not because it was bad or anything like that. It's just, like I said, the long episodic way that they film a lot of K-dramas. Some of the stuff just is like heavy dialogue, and not to say that the dialogue isn't good and isn't worth listening to, but sometimes the dialogue can get to the point where you're just you're taken out of it because maybe they're overextending or over explaining a situation or an event that happened that you already basically seen. Saying they're spending like 30 to 45 minutes just going over the emotional toll or the connection to that. And like I said, it still pays off in the end. It's just one of those things that sometimes, if you're one of those people who like to get to the point, you spend almost like half the episode just kind of still living in that moment. But trust me, it all pays off at the end of it. So I would say, if you like K-dramas, this is one of the better ones. I can tell you from those who I've watched it with and those who and just my own personal experience, this is one I say that's a winner for Netflix, especially here in 2025, and a lot of the series that worked and did not work. So if I had to rank this, it's close to an A+. I'm gonna give it a B+. That puts it at platinum status. So yes, it's gonna get the B+ platinum status on this series. I really did like it. I'm not gonna say too much about it because even though it's a long series, it's like speaking about it even in the littlest bit kind of gives away some plot points. It's just best to watch it. If you're going to really go into detail explaining it, this video would be like an hour long, and I don't think that's worth going over all that if you're going to go watch it anyway. If you're not going to go watch it, you're not really going to care. But I would say it's worth the watch. It's worth seeing. It's a B+. That's basically a 4 out of 5. I would rate it an A because of definitely the ending. The ending really got me choked up and really connected to me in an emotional way. But like I said, it's just some of that Korean dialogue that they love to do in their series, where they like to just drag on about a point or an emotional event that happened, and it just feels like waiting for Goku to turn into Super Saiyan and taking 3 episodes to do so, but now you're just doing it with dialogue instead of screaming. So it's just like it does take you out of it a little bit, but then it brings you right back in because of the emotional key points and then the events that happen that keeps you connected to the main characters, but also the extended characters that come from the family tree. So it's worth watching. I think you should watch it if you really enjoy Korean dramas. It's one of Netflix's better ones. It is something I can say I would recommend families can watch together if you want to. There is some foul language in there every now and then. It's not heavy on it, but overall it is family friendly. There's a couple of emotional scenes that I would say for parents, especially loved ones in their older age, it might hit you a little bit harder than what you expect. So just be prepared for some emotional triggers that may come from this series, but overall it's worth the watch, especially if you're looking for something that really hits the feels. So that's just my review on it. If you like everything, comment, like, subscribe, and come back for the next reviews. I post almost every now and then. I'm just playing around with this just to see how I like it. So if you like what you heard, you like what you see, come back for more. All right, peace.